I bought a new PC, well, parts for a new PC because I needed a particular PC for a job that I was hired to do. I got a motherboard from Asus, which is the main part in the PC. When I got it, it failed to work properly. It didn't send no power to the keyboard, it didn't send no power to the mouse, it didn't send no signal to the monitor, and it did no BIOS beeps whatsoever. So I contacted them. They told me after 45 minutes on the phone of going through all these troubleshooting things, they told me to send it to them, which came out of my pocket. And then they sent it back the same exact day they received it, and it said that there was nothing wrong with it. So I was still having the same exact issue. I was really angry. And then I contacted them and they was like, well, send it back and we'll give you a brand new board in a white generic box. And I said, are you sure it's a new board? Oh yeah, it comes from the factory. It's just not in a regular box like the one you bought. So when I received the motherboard, it turned out to be a used one. It had scratches on it. It had a carelessly installed heatsink. And the only difference between that board and the one that I bought brand new at $189.99, and they replaced it with a used board, is that this one did a BIOS beep, but it still had the same issue. So I contacted them through email, going back and forth, and then they sent it up to their corporate. And then the corporate person comes back and asks me to send them a video. So I send them a video. 2 weeks later, they contact me back after I was calling every day. They kept saying, oh, it's been escalated. It's been escalated. And then they sent me an email telling me that my CPU is not compatible, that my PSU is not compatible, that my SSD card is not compatible, when every single last one of them is on their compatibility list. So then after I was going, then they said they couldn't replace my motherboard. So I kept calling. And then they was like, well, we're sorry that you was given the wrong information. Your items are compatible with the motherboard, and they apologize for that. And they told me to mail it in and they'll replace it, but not sure that they can give me the same board that's compatible with the components. Now, the biggest thing that I was upset about is that I lost the job I was hired to do because they were giving me a runaround going back and forth for 2 months. Now, the used board, I just sent it out over this past weekend. It went out today. I don't know what they're going to do from now, but I just wanted any future PC builders or current PC builders to know that Asus warranty policy, even though you pay full top dollar for their items, which are 10 to 15% above market price of their competitors, if something happens to be wrong with it, their warranty stipulates that they do not replace it brand new. They replace it with refurbished models, used models. So unless people are willing to take the loss, if something's wrong with their part, I suggest don't buy from them. They were giving me the runaround for 2 months. I mean, every time I called, and I was trying to call every other day, if not every day, because this is unacceptable. They just kept giving me the same excuse. Oh, it's been escalated to our corporate team. But the corporate team is the one that sent me an email telling me my components aren't compatible when they are. Every last one of them is. Then they apologized for that. And they said that they'll send, if I send in the board, which I just sent this weekend on Saturday in the mail, that they'll replace it with a new board this time. But they can't guarantee that it'll be the board that's compatible with the components that I bought that are very expensive. You know, I'm actually disabled, and this job was something I was able to do from home on my computer. I just needed a proper PC, and because of them, I lost my job opportunity, and I'm still going through the ringer with them as we speak. So if a customer buys something brand new and there's something wrong with it out the box, they should replace it brand new like any other normal company would. I mean, who would? You could buy a used board for half the price of the one brand new on Amazon or Newegg. So why accept that in exchange for a brand new board? Because first it has problems out the box, which probably doesn't happen too often. But if you pay top dollar for something and something's wrong with that the box, then they send you a used one. Even that one has problems. If they would have replaced it with a new board, the odds of that same thing happening would have probably been slim to none compared to sending me a board that's been in somebody else's PC that's probably been through the ringer or whatnot, and even shows that it has. This is what I get in exchange for the money that I bought. I mean, this is literally their warranty policy. It's in black and white. I didn't learn this until I had this problem, but it's in black and white that it doesn't matter if you spend top dollar for their products. They're going to give you a used model that may have scratches or stains, it says, that may be occlusive or non occlusive in exchange for the products that you paid top dollar for, which are hard earned money. And I told him, I said, this is probably going to be you guys' fault. When enough customers find out that you're not backing their money that they spend for your products, they're going to go somewhere else. I will never buy from Asus again. I'll never buy a thing that they own that has their name on it again. I don't care if they're a leading brand or not. They don't stand behind their product.